So apparently it's going to be called the Switch 2. It's going to be $400. It's going to have 2 screens and it's in mass production right now. But who is saying that and can they be trusted? Let's get into it. Right, my friends, let's get straight into it because there's a lot of rumors to sift through. We're going to start over on FamiBoards, where a user named FWDBWD has claimed to have found information on a Chinese forum where a Chinese user has claimed that the Switch 2, and apparently that is what they're going to be calling it, has entered mass production. Yes, more than that, he is claiming that they are making 1,000 systems per worker per day. So I'm going to get into that in a minute, let you know what I think about that specific rumor. But more than that, he is claiming that the logo remains the Switch logo, but this time it's accompanied by the number 2 on the side, of course, suggesting that it will be called the Switch 2. Furthermore, he goes on to give us more information by claiming that the overall size of the system will be slightly bigger than that of the OLED Switch. Furthermore than that, he talks about the stand on the back of the console, which he says has a hollow U shape, and he talks about the Joy-Cons, claiming that actually they slide on, not snap on, as we've been hearing, but that they will come in colors black and white. Now, before I discuss whether I believe these rumors and what I think about them, let's quickly step over to a more legit source, the Taiwan Economic Daily, who are claiming more information of themselves by saying that they do believe the Switch 2 will be $400. And they also claim, just as the last source did, that the machine, the system itself, will be bigger than the OG Switch. It's going to have a better battery life. It's going to have some AI features, which I think will probably just be the NVIDIA DLSS support. That's what I think. And they claim, like many rumors have suggested, that it will be dual screen. So that is what they're suggesting. They also go on to claim that apparently Nintendo is pushing the production forward as a reaction to the PS5 Pro. I don't believe that in the slightest, because we've all seen how negative the reaction to the PS5 Pro is. Nintendo doesn't need to worry about that, and they're never even in competition with Sony or Microsoft anyways. Let's go over whether I believe any of these rumors or not. Let's start over with the rumors coming out of FamiBoards. Do I believe that the Switch 2 has entered mass production? Hell no, and I'll tell you why for a few reasons. If Nintendo did that, they would be risking so many leaks about the Switch 2 coming out before they've even revealed the system. There would be information, photographs, who knows what leaking every single day. And if we go back actually to the reveal of the original Switch, Nintendo at that time had not entered mass production. They revealed the Switch and then days afterwards entered mass production to avoid rumors. So that's why I don't believe that one bit. Now, regarding the name Switch 2, do I believe that? I could see it happening, of course. It's very simple. No one gets confused. It says what the machine is. But my only question about it is, if it's simply called the Switch 2, does that mean that Nintendo won't have any new gimmicks with the machine? Or is it in fact just using it as a way to emphasize the main message of the Switch, which is a console that you can take on the go and play at home? Now, the price point, yeah, $400, it seems logical to me. Absolutely, I believe that. The Joy-Con snapping on and not being magnetic, I'm not sure about that. The dual screen is very interesting to me, and I'll tell you why. Not only for the fact it will be more logical in terms of it being backwards compatible, giving us DS and 3DS games, but there's been so many rumors about this. And if we cast ourselves back to an article appearing in a Spanish publication who was claiming that Nintendo was showing off the Switch 2 to third parties, but really weirdly enough, they weren't allowed to see it. Apparently, Nintendo had the Switch 2 in a box and were letting developers feel it but not see it. Now, you might think, but hold on, if it was a clamshell, surely developers would have noticed that and that information might have leaked. I don't think it's going to be a clamshell though. I think either it's going to be a screen that is hidden that slides up, or maybe it won't. Maybe the rumors that the fact that the Switch 2 will be able to screencast to your TV but display a different image on the actual console, maybe that's true. I know there's a lot of issues surrounding that with lag. I have no idea how Nintendo would get around that, but that does get me thinking. I think there is something to do with the screens. I do think it's going to have 2 screens of some kind, but I'm just not entirely sure. But I am weirded out by the fact Nintendo let developers touch the machine but not see it. So those are my thoughts. I don't think the machine is in mass production. I could definitely see it being called the Switch 2. I would prefer the Switch Duo. I am leaning towards it being 2 screens, and I definitely believe the $400 price mark. And hell no, Nintendo is not pushing it forward because they're reacting to the PS5 Pro. Nintendo doesn't care about Sony. No one does. So my friends, that is the video for today. Let me know what you think. Do you believe the $400? Do you believe it being 2 screens? Do you believe that Nintendo is silly enough to put it in mass production right now? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below. I myself will be back tomorrow with even more Nintendo news. Until then, my good friends, have an awesome one. Bye.